Well, good day and welcome to the program once again. My name's Grantley, and it's good to have your company here on this Straight Up TV program. My guest on the program today, I'm excited to say, is a former Sunday Best standout artist, and she's actually had two top 10 Billboard hits recently, and she's released a brand new single, which we will talk about a little bit later. She hails from Pensacola, Florida. Hope I said that right. Anyway, so my guest on the program today is no other than Keyla Richardson. Hello, Keyla.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Now, the first
That's
time I
good.
came across you, Keyla, was probably about a couple of months ago. I was,
Right.
just thumbing my way through YouTube and came across this video of you in a church setting doing praise and worship. Totally captivated me. Did a bit more research and delved deeply into your music. And I've got to tell you, hand on heart, I'm a fan. I really am. I love your style of worship.
Thank
Um,
you.
I get captivated and sort of like stop what I'm doing. It's time to praise God with Kayla. Do you know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
And I love that about you. I really do love that about you. So, what we're going to do today, we're going to delve deep into everything Keyla Richardson. Let's start from the beginning. I've already said where you're from. Is that where you were born?
Born and raised, yes, sir, in Pensacola, Florida.
Okay, okay. And
Yes.
you know, you don't. Can I just say it straight? You don't look like somebody that was born in the '60s. You
Oh
understand what I'm
God.
saying? So
Yeah,
so
I got.
so yeah. Tell us a little bit about you, your family. Let's get a little bit of education. Let's get like a background, a feel for who you are, if you will.
Yeah. Well, as you guys know, my name is Keyla Richardson. I'm from Pensacola, Florida. Born and raised. I'm 26 years old. I'm a mother of one son. I'm a praise and worship leader. I've been singing since the age of 5.
Wow.
And first kind of made my big debut, I guess you would say. Had my first major platform with BET Sunday Best Season 9. And so now we're here, and I'm excited just to be on here. And thank you for having me again.
Okay, that's great. Listen, so season 9. How did you came? How did it come about that you got on the program in the first place? Did someone like put you forward, or was it something that you've always wanted to do? How did that all come about?
I watched Sunday Best for many years. But it first came about when Sunday Best had stopped filming. They stopped, and then they started back, took a break, and they started back, and people began to tag me on Facebook. Family and
Hmm.
friends, I saw it probably like twice, and I blew it off. And then family and friends was, everybody was just hitting me up, telling me I should try out, and so I tried it and didn't think no more of it. And I got a phone call from, the tryouts, and they wanted me to come be a part of the top. I believe it was the top 24. And then from there, they kind of, eliminated people, and that's how I made the top 20.
How? What did you do? Did you have to like audition, sing a song?
Yeah, I had to audition by video. I had to record a video as if I'm in front of it, like now,
Okay.
and sing. And so
Can
that's
you
how I got.
remember? Can you remember what you actually sang to get through to the top 10?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. I need thee. Oh, the hymn. I need
Okay,
thee.
that's a
Yeah.
classic. That's a church
Yes, sir.
classic.
Always, always,
And you just went
always.
in on that, right?
Yeah,
Wholeheartedly,
and
all of your ranges.
yeah, I just sung it, and I had filled out the application first, and I kind of waited to submit my video, and so I was just out of town. I was in the area to where I didn't have any signal, and so I got a phone call with saying, hey, you need to submit the video because we're closing the auditions. And so I did everything I could to try to get that video in some way, somehow, just in the area with no signal, like in the country. The video ended up sending, and so that's how I knew it was nobody but God, just from that video, just being able to send.
My
So
goodness, my goodness.
yeah.
Honestly, I could just imagine, right? So there you are. You've recorded the video. Okay,
Hmm.
you've recorded it, and you've pressed send, but you can see it like spinning round and waiting for
Yeah,
signal, and then all of a sudden, bing, it goes through, right?
yeah, giving me a hard time, right?
My goodness. But you
Yeah.
got into the top 10. What happened from
Hmm.
that point on? What happened?
From that point on, I we had to film different episodes. It was new to me. It was new for me, being on such a stage in front of so many people like Mary, not Mary, but Erica Campbell and Jonathan McReynolds and Kelly Price and different artists that was on there like Anthony Hamilton, Leandra Johnson. It was definitely a nervous wreck for me because all I did was just lead praise and worship. At my dad's church, I'm a preacher's kid, and so it was the first major platform for me, and so I'm just glad I was able to make it through it. I learned so much even with that platform. It was amazing.
Okay, sounds good. So just to give us some sort of like like timeline. What year was that?
That was back in 2019.
Okay, okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. And to be clear, did you win it or did you come runner up? What happened? Did you win?
I placed in top four out of thousands of people. I believe it was like
Yeah.
50,000 people or something like
Okay.
that. But just to even place top four, I'm talking about they did auditions in all kind of states, like
Yeah.
everywhere. They made it broad worldwide this
Yeah.
time, not just America.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
Okay.
top four.
Top four's good because one
Yeah,
of the things that I've noticed, right, is that you don't necessarily have to win any of these competitions to like burst through and
right,
develop anyway. I think
right.
Fantasia. I don't think Fantasia won when she did it. I'm not sure
Yeah,
if she
she did one.
won. Yeah, and over in our country, in the UK, we have similar programs, and there was an artist called Lamar. He didn't win,
Mhm.
and he went big time. Do you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
really cool that you did that. That you had the God gave you the unction to do that, and it kind of put you kind of like where you are, so we can see you want to request an interview where you are right now. You're producing.
yeah,
You're actually writing some real nice songs. The song that
yes.
I loved that I think caught my attention was I think it was Prayer Will Change Things.
Hmm.
I think it was Prayer Will Change Things. That was a song that really, like, when I heard you singing that song, I was like, wow, this young lady is something special.
Thank you.
And yeah, God is so good. It caught my
Yes,
attention. It caught my attention, and I decided that I needed to reach out to you. Do
yes,
you
sir.
write all your own songs, or do you have songs that are submitted to you? How does that work for you in terms of your
Um,
songs?
I write, but my past two singles that I had, well, my past three, including the one that just came out, I've had help with it. It's amazing writer. He's an amazing writer. His name is Adolphus Scott, and so he wrote my songs for me so far, and Sean Keys, and they help. We kind of come together. We come together as a team, and we put the songs together because not all the time I'm able to finish my songs, and so just having the creative minds to help me to bring it together is amazing. So it helps me out a lot.
Yeah, I think it's good to have a team around you. It
Yes,
seems
sir.
to be the way that professionals do it.
Hmm.
They don't do everything by themselves.
Right.
So I kind of get where you're going with that. It's a very good idea. Um,
Thank you.
I when I knew that I was going to do the interview, I reached out to other people that said that they were fans of yours, and they said, "Would it be okay if we kind of asked maybe one or two questions?" Right? Because
Okay.
you've got a fan base all over the
Right.
world, and right here in the UK, people love what you do. All right. So
Amazing.
I said, that's great. You can ask a couple of questions. So someone actually they did a bit of research on you, and they came up with this question, which I'm hoping you won't be offended by.
Oh gosh.
I
All right.
wanted to
Okay.
I wanted to see the reaction on your face when I said that. But yeah,
Uh,
everyone just wants to know things, right? I guess. And somebody saw, I'm not sure what it was, but they saw you, and they said, Miguel's rocking tattoos, right? You've got,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. No
Yeah.
big thing, but um, so every now and again, the question gets raised about tattoos and Christians.
Right.
What's your stance on things like that? Because
Uh,
yeah, what is your stance?
we're not defined by the tattoos that we have on our body. God doesn't look at that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I understand people have their own opinions about it, but tattoos doesn't really make or break you, because you can still operate in your gift and operate in your calling at, at the highest what you call it, at the highest that you can, because it still doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. God sees you. He doesn't see what's on your body. Because if God saw what was on our body, or if he judged us by appearance, a lot of us would be, we wouldn't be in good shape, but
We would
that
be
doesn't
on the
matter.
back
God still
bench.
uses
We'd be on the back bench forever.
Right, and he can still use us. It doesn't matter. It doesn't stop him from using us, and that's the biggest, most
Yeah,
important thing to me. Like I said, we all have our opinions, but I'm not gonna go like to the word about it. But yeah, God,
yeah.
he still
I,
loves us,
I
and
was
he still
I was
uses us.
kind of, when the person asked me the question, right, Keela, when they
Yeah,
asked me the question, I was like, doesn't really matter anyway. But I can understand, like in some settings,
yeah,
if you go into like a real traditional church where no makeup and hat and big broad hat and everybody's in white, and they'll be like, is that a tattoo on you, on your legs there? What's going on with that? Didn't God
right,
say that your body is like a temple, and uh,
yeah,
some people would want to call you out
right,
anyway. God said, "Come as you are.
yeah.
Come as you are." Tattoos, dreadlocks, everything doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
Doesn't matter
matter.
at all. Okay, now what else have we got here? Your testimony. How did you get saved? How did
How
you
did I
come to
get saved?
Christ? Yeah, how did you come to Christ?
Just, I grew up in the church all my life, and just knowing him and just seeing him do different things, just being in the church, I experienced God in a way that I feel like, many people don't get the chance to experience God. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it like that. We all serve one God, but I've experienced God so strong in my life, and he's always just proved himself in my life, even from the time of me getting on my knees, crying out to him and praying. He's always shown up for me. He's always proved himself. I can look at something and be like, I know that's God. There's things he's done in my life I can't even begin to explain, because I know it was him. I know it wasn't by my own strength, my might, not by my own power, but it was God. And so just growing up throughout life, I've done things. I'm not perfect. I'm only 26. I've done things that I'm not proud of. We all have. And so we all make mistakes, but I've learned that there's no better feeling than having the right heart and having the right mind for God, and actually want to be an example to his people. And so, like I said, we're not going to be perfect, but that's the best thing. That's the best feeling to me.
When did you know that you wanted to be a worshipper? Is it something, because I know you said like you grew up in church. Was it
Right.
like a natural thing? Dad said, get up there, you're going to be leading worship today. How did it happen?
Well, at first, I hated it. I had an attitude every time they gave me
Really?
the mic. Yeah, I wasn't too fond of it. I was more into sports, because that's where my family come from. My siblings, we love sports, and so I was more into that. I didn't think about singing until I met a friend, and like you said, everything. Like I said, everything happens for a reason. It's crazy. Throughout my whole life, everything has been kind of just playing up until this moment. And I met a friend of mine who loves to sing as well, and so we began to sing. Like my friend was always the friend. Look, I want to sing. Let's do a video. Let's do this. Let's do that. But I was always the one that's like, nah, man. Like, can we just hang out and chill? Like, but and I'm so glad for that friend, because he pushed me. He pushed me to love what I do. He pushed me to love my gift. And we would do videos. We had videos go viral, and when those went viral, um, I went to an all race kind of school, and so different race began to come up to me and tell me that I was a blessing from my gift of my singing. And
You
so
certainly
I
are.
like the feeling it gave me. I like the feeling it gave me. It made me want to be more of a blessing to people. It made me want to encourage people, even when I wasn't encouraged. Just knowing, even when I'm not feeling my best, I can sing a song or use my gift, and it
I was
uplifts
gonna
me.
say
So,
that. I was gonna say that
yeah,
because
so,
not every day, right, Keela, is not every day is a good day to sing. Not every day is a good
right,
day singing. You don't always feel up for the
right.
task of, you know, we have
Hmm.
down days. When those days come about, what do you do? How do you get over it? How do you sort of pick yourself? How do you sort of like bounce back?
Um, the only thing I know, most of the time, the only thing I know is praying. I pray. I turn on my worship music. I blast it, and I pray, and I talk to God. I tell him about it. I have like a real conversation with God. Like, I've learned to do that. Sometimes people think it's a certain way to pray, it's a certain way to do it, but no. Sometimes He knows what you're trying to say. He knows your heart, and yeah, you have to be careful what you pray for. But as long as you're sincere with him and your heart is in the right place, he's going to hear you. And so that's my main thing. I just have to pray and even with, I know a lot of people be like, well, it's easy to say, but you also do have to have that mindset to like, okay, God, I know you're going to come through for me. I know this is going to work out.
Yeah.
You have to stay positive and trust in God and believe in
Trust
God, because
God.
you can't be
Trust God.
negative and
Yeah.
trust in God, because it's just not going to mix. You're going to be emotional. So I've learned to just pray and be positive about it
As a
mentally.
praise and worship leader, right, Keela, is
Hmm.
there anybody that, as you were, starting out, was there anybody that you admire, wanted to be like, or yeah, who are like your top two, three praise and worship leaders that you like? I just love them.
Well, I kind of listen to a little bit of everybody. Like I said, I'm a music lover. So I listened to Dorinda Clark Cole growing up. I listened to the Clark sisters.
Wow.
Um, yeah, people like that, like Beverly Crawford. I would listen to them. Like, my dad, I come from a quartet kind of background. My
Okay.
family's really churchy. And so I grew up on stuff like that. The singers sing like, Dorinda and Beverly Crawford, those type of people. And so yeah, I would say it would have to be Dorinda would be my number one.
My
Dorinda
God,
Clark.
I love that. I love that about you because Dorinda she's awesome, man. She's
Yeah.
awesome. And I'm looking at. Let me just show you this because you said Beverly Crawford, right?
Mhm.
You said Beverly Crawford, and on my wall, I've got this. Let me just go to my shop 1 second. I've got this. This is Pastor Beverly Crawford. She came. She came. She came to the UK, right? And
Mhm.
this was in 2012. She came to the UK to do a live concert, and it was in the area where I live. Man,
Mhm.
I made a beeline for that location, and she is just a sweetheart. I managed to do an
Yes.
interview with her back then as well. She is a lovely person, and the woman can sing. She can
Yes.
sing, man. God has blessed her so
Absolutely.
much, so
Yes.
much. So yeah, those are great people
Mhm.
that yeah, are good people to emulate and to follow. Great people indeed. Now, I've got to ask you this question. I've been doing my homework and hopefully I've got it right. Hopefully I've got it
Okay.
right. I was online doing a search and I came across something to do with BET, right? The network. And I could swear that I saw you in. Do you do any acting at all? That wasn't you.
Yeah,
Tell
I
us
do.
tell us
I,
about that. Let's see now. Due season. Was it a TV show or film?
that was a movie starring with Vivica Fox.
Yes.
Yeah.
My goodness, tell us all about. When I saw this, I went, "Oh my God, the girl can sing and she can act as well. What's going on?"
Yeah.
God is awesome. So yeah, it's called Juice Season. If anybody wants to look it up, BET
Yeah.
Juice Season. It's a movie with Vivica Fox. And did I see BB Winans in there?
Yeah, BB Winans is in there. Yep.
And Keyla Richardson's in there as well.
Yes, sir.
Listen, tell me about this. How did this all come about? Because like I was like, my jaw just dropped when I saw that. Tell us, how did you get into that movie?
The power of social media. Uncle G had a video of me on his page, and this particular director was looking for a singer. He wanted the actual singer. He didn't want nobody pretending to sing or acting like they could sing. So, and at the time, I think my single was the number one on Billboard charts, and I was, doing really good. And so, it caught his attention. He was just basically he called Uncle G. He said, I know you can sing. He said, and even though you may never had experience acting, which I didn't, this is my first movie ever, first time ever acting. So he was just like, but as long as you know that you can do this role in your mind, I can teach you how to act. Basically, I can teach you. It's nothing to it. Just if you feel like that you can have this role and do it, then I want you. It's yours. You don't have to try out. It's yours. I don't even want to see how you did it. And so
Wow,
that's
God is
basically
so
how I got
good.
that role. So it was given to me, like just dropped in my lap. So
God is awesome. What
yes,
year
he
was
is.
that? What year was that?
Um, I was filming, and the movie came out last year. I was filming in 21. So yeah.
Okay. 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 Absolutely brilliant. I just
Thank
saw
you.
a clip of it, but now I have to like go on the hunt to actually find the whole movie because this was just a
Yeah.
clip. And what I saw, I was like, my girl can act as well as sing. God
Yes.
is just awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Is it something that you think you would like to continue to do?
Absolutely. I love acting. It's really, really fun. I can see myself really gaining a passion for acting, just as I have a passion for singing.
Okay. And would you consider like going to like classes and stuff like that to up your game?
Yeah, I got to get into it, man. I got to really go to classes. But I just feel like this is a raw talent that I didn't know I had. I feel
Yeah.
like I can do anything. I feel like I can do any role. So,
My
I mean,
goodness.
yeah, I'm going to practice, but I think it's just a raw talent that I just need to kind of get into mentally.
So the new single is called Home.
Hmm.
And I'm actually playing it on two of my radio shows right now. In fact, I'm going to be playing it right after this interview. And
Thank
I just want you to, yay!
you.
I just want you to break down the song for me. What is it all about? This song called Home.
Well, my new single "Home" is, about me just being in God's presence. How it feels like homes to me. How
Hmm.
it feels like home to me. It's where I find my peace. My joy, where I'm satisfied at. There's no other place I'd rather be. So that's why I call it home.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And was this one of those singles that was like a dual purpose, like in terms of writing? Was it just you on your own, or was it the guys with you?
Well, actually, this was written and it was sent to me. I was riding in the car, but when I heard the lyrics, it was just like more so. Well, this is where I'm at in my life. Just seeking after God, seeking His face, and so it definitely was speaking to me in the season that I'm in my life.
I absolutely love the song. It's one of those songs that it didn't take. The first time I played it, I was like, "Yeah, I like this." And
Hmm.
then after about the second, third, fourth time I played it, I'm like, "This is definitely in high rotation for me." That's
Thank you, man.
definitely high rotation. I love it. I'm waiting, anticipating the feedback that we're going to get from it here in the UK, and I'll make sure that Uncle Gene knows
Yes,
exactly
sir.
how the people feel about it. For now, thank you
I
so much, Keyla. I really do appreciate you. Before you go, can you just share your social networks with us, please? How can people get hold of you?
absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, you guys, my Facebook is Keyla Richardson. My Instagram is I am Keyla Richardson. You guys follow me. I try to stay active, posting videos. Get your
Okay.
worship session in and follow me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Thank you,
being our
man.
guest on the program today. So
Yes,
there
sir.
you have it. Our guest on the program was Keyla, no other than Keyla Richardson. Look out for her. She's 26, but you know what? She's mature. She really does know how to usher in the presence of God. And I'm going to be keeping a close eye on her. And I'm hoping that when she brings out an album, she'll be back with us to
Absolutely.
share her experience with us. But for now, if you like what you saw, remember to follow us and to subscribe to the channel. And I look forward to catching up with you again real soon. Take care.